Good afternoon, this is Paul. I'd like to introduce you to a car I like very much. This is a car I've sold before, and it is a Porsche 991 Turbo S Coupe. I'd like to show you around. So as I said, we've sold this car. I sold it to the gentleman that we just got it back from with very few miles, and I'm very happy to say that it's still got very few miles on it. It's got less than 7,000 miles, and he has looked after it beautifully. The condition of this car inside and out is absolutely superb. It was like new when he took it, and I've got to say, I've just driven it here, 2 miles here, and it still feels just as tight, just as taut as it did when it had only a few hundred miles on it. The bodywork and the paintwork is excellent. The wheels look lovely. It's just been looked after very nicely, and it's a real joy to drive. Now, in terms of the model, the 991 Turbo S is the top of the tree in terms of the Carrera range. Blisteringly quick. It's got the PDK gearbox with the paddle shift, so you can drive it as a pure automatic, or you can drive it with the manual gear change on the paddles. The specification is exactly what I would order if I was having one of these. It's GT silver, and I don't know if you can see that from here, but a lot of silver cars, you lose the shape of the colour because of the light and shadow. With the GT silver, it's just slightly darker, and you can see the radiuses over the rear wheel arches. It just gives you the feeling that you can see the shape a lot more clearly. If I zoom in here, you can see just how metallic it is. It's a fantastic paint finish. It's a lovely colour, and I think when you combine that with these gloss black wheels, those huge carbon ceramic brakes, and enormous calipers in yellow, I think that looks really cool. Very pretty looking car. It's got a sliding panoramical glass sunroof, tinted windows, privacy glass. You've got a fixed spoiler, which is also an adjustable spoiler, so that top section will go up and down as you go faster to help pin the car onto the road and to help feed more air into the cooling systems, because this is where where your fans are. So the turbos in the main suck big gulps of air through the side pods. The air is directed through here to help cool the engine, and then the oil and the coolant radiators are tucked in just behind either side of the front bumper. So, because of course the car generates a lot of power, it's a very powerful engine. Engine sits very low in the chassis, which gives you a brilliant centre of balance, so it sits probably about level with the centre of the wheel. And of course the exhaust exits out of the back. It's a 4-wheel drive, although you've got a bias to the rear, so when you drive it, normally it feels like a rear-wheel drive car. It's a 67 plate car. I'm just marvelling at the condition. That paintwork is just lovely. I'll walk to the inside in a minute. I'm just looking at this paintwork. You know, a 67 plate car nowadays will have had quite a few chips and bits and pieces on the front. Not so. There's a very good reason for that. If I zoom in here, you can see you've got a nice clear PPF on the front bumper. There's a clear PPF that runs along the top of the wings. I can feel just there the whole front bonnet section has clear PPF, and I can see the line at the bottom there, which means the screen pillars also have PPF, and the door mirrors. And dare I say it, I do dare say it, all the way down the side as well. So that is beautiful paintwork, properly detailed, and then coated with a really good quality PPF. very, very nicely done. Very good decision. Yeah, you can see that it's all over the whole car, front bumper, rear bumper. So the benefits of that you can see just here as well. I can see around the spoiler. So the benefit of that is that a decent company, when they PPF a car, will detail the paintwork properly. So when the PPF goes on, there will not be a blemish anywhere. And I've got to say, I am looking at this car very, very closely, and I am not seeing blemishes. All I'm seeing is some beautiful paintwork. So lovely. So we've established that the outside of the car is in remarkable condition. Very nicely looked after. Let's move to the inside. So on the inside, we have the black leather. I'm just going to move in here. So you've got the black with the charcoal stitching, and I always love Porsche stitching because it's just so neat and so uniform all the way around. You've got carbon inlays, and then you can see here you've got your memory buttons for your seat, and you have the 18-way adjustable seats. So that does the back of the seat, this does the base of the seat. That bit will increase and decrease the squab, as you can see. And then we have lumbar support, and these bolsters also are adjustable as well. So incredibly comfortable seats, lots of lateral support. And you'll notice here that it's not a flat leather, it's actually a perforated leather on both the seat back, centre, and on the base of the seat. There's a reason for that, and that is because we have heated and let's hit that, heated and cooled seats. My camera's struggling a bit there. So there's two buttons there. So the one on the right has got 3 settings for 3 different heat settings, and the one on the left is for cooling. So you've actually got fans which are fitted into the seat, and they will blow air on your back and on the backs of your legs, on your backside, helping to keep you nice and cool, which in this weather is lovely. You can see more of this lovely carbon fibre inside, and you can see here you've got front and rear spoilers on the Turbo S. You've got a suspension lifter, so if you are in a place where there are speed bumps, or you have a sharp incline to your drive, that will make a hell of a lot of difference for you. Obviously this opens up the roof and gives you a blind, and you can see you've got Porsche dynamic chassis control, which will stiffen up the chassis, so should you need it, or stiffen up the suspension should you need it, and you can turn that traction control off if you're feeling brave enough. We've got the sports chrono, which gives you a clock or a lap timer depending on your preference. I'm just looking at the inside. This lovely leather extends to the dashboard, so I'm going to start it now. This is a couple of things I'd like to show you. So it's got Porsche keyless driving, so the key is actually tucked in there at the moment, out of the way, but while I'm there you can see that it's got wireless phone charging on the PCM. So here we have 6973 miles, and if I just click, so this steering wheel is multifunctional, and it has the paddle shift, so you've got a down change here, and the plus gives you an up change. Down here there's a button just underneath the steering wheel, and I'm just going to press that button, and you can see heated steering wheel on, heated steering wheel off. You're not going to need that right now, but come the end of the summer, as you go into winter, that's going to be very handy. Now this is the drive mode switch, so my camera is struggling here, and I'm going to turn that, and you can see, let's click that there, there we go, click, and you can see the different drive modes as I turn the dial. The dial's also got a button in the centre, so if I push that button, that gives you sports response or attack mode. So you can see there's a countdown, and the green line around the outside is getting shorter. So what that gives you is full power and full performance for a period of 20 seconds. So you're driving along normally, you're on a B road or what have you, you've got some cars you want to overtake, and you feel that you need all the power. Press that button, it gives you everything that the car has got for a period of 20 seconds, gets you past your obstacle, and then off you go. You've got cruise control, the distance selector there, so So you can see it's active cruise control, and what I'm doing there, I'm just extending and shortening the gap between you and the car in front, so you can actually choose how far you are away from the car in front with your cruise control. I'm going to put the car into reverse and show you that you have a nice clear camera, and you can see when I pop out of there, you can see you've got apps and what have you on there as well. So this is a really nice usable system. About that, just press the cool seat. You can, I don't know if you can hear that, that's now blowing, and I've now got cool air on my back, on the backs of my legs. What a treat. So let's just turn that back off again. From the inside you can see Alcantara headlining as well, which is light, keeps the weight lower down in the car. It's also really good for sound deadening, as well as looking nice. Looks really nice. And of course 911s do have seats in the back. They're not the biggest seats in the world, but you can use them. Very happy to see this car back. Very happy to see how nicely it's been looked after. The care and attention that's been lavished on the paintwork especially, and the protection that's all over the whole car. This is a car that has no reason not to look beautiful for the next few years at least, if it's nicely looked after. So I hope you like the car, I hope you like the video and find the video useful. If you'd like to know more about it, please visit our website www.clinkardcars.co.uk. drop us an email, drop us a text or a WhatsApp, or pick up the phone, give us a call. We'd be happy to talk to you about it. Thanks for watching.